Hello and welcome to another episode of Tour de Core Gutenberg edition. Now, if any of you are new here, Tour de Core is the series where I take a specific part of WordPress core and I tour along it and I explore deeper into the specifics and internals of WordPress, and I show you how I read through the WordPress source code and I learn new stuff, and hopefully you learn new stuff along with me. Now, the first focus of Tour de Core, as you obviously probably know by now, is Gutenberg. And in case you don't know, Gutenberg is the new editing experience that is going to come with WordPress 5.0. And it's going to change a lot of things about how we do WordPress development and how we look at things. And it's going to change WordPress as well, I imagine. Now, just to quickly recap what we've learned so far in Tour de Core Gutenberg, we have learned about Gutenberg blocks, which are the basic foundation of Gutenberg. We have kind of read up on the philosophy behind the Gutenberg blocks and learned about why they were done the way that they were done. And after that, we learned how to create blocks, both simple blocks and a little bit more complex blocks. We learned the difference between a static block and a dynamic block and how to create each of those. And we also took a look at the with API data higher order component, which lets us really easily integrate the REST API with our blocks. After that, we took a look at converting what it takes to convert a Beaver Builder module into a Gutenberg block. And in the specific example that I used, it was fairly simple and really didn't pose much of a challenge, to be honest. We also saw how Gutenberg blocks can be used as a replacement for meta boxes, which they can, and it works fairly well, especially for simpler meta boxes where you don't have that many complex fields to interact with. And then after that, I briefly explained about my npm setup, how I use Babel COI to convert my ES6 JavaScript to ES5 JavaScript that all browsers can parse and understand, as well as what are my source of news when it comes to Gutenberg. I gave a couple of different options, more advanced, more compact, and yeah. So here we are today, and on today's agenda, we are going to try and start working on an Unsplash-powered block. And for those of you that don't know, Unsplash is both a service and a website, I guess, that lets you browse a lot of free photos, as in photos that are licensed so that you can use them either with I'm not sure if they do I'm not exactly sure on the specific license that they use. But anyway, they have an API as well that lets you browse through the images without having to be on the site. So you can do that inside of your application or whatever it is you're building. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. Well, at least we'll try. Yeah, so we're going over the agenda right now. So the plan is to register for the Unsplash API and read up a little bit of their documentation. I have previously, a long time ago, taken a very brief look at the API documentation, and it seemed fairly straightforward, but I haven't actually used it ever, so it's going to be fun. Then after that, I want to see if I can extend the image block, the Gutenberg image block. That way I won't have to really reinvent the wheel when it comes to creating something that's going to let us insert an image. And I will also try and create an integration as a high order component. That way we can reuse it across multiple blocks. For example, instead of just limiting ourselves to an image block, we might later down the line do a gallery block as well that's also powered by Unsplash. And the next step would be to create the UI for the API integration. And I'm not really sure how we're going to do this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then finally, I would like to have the ability to upload an image from Unsplash directly to the media library. So basically you would say, I like this image, imagine that this is in our WordPress backend, and I say, okay, I like this image, and it will download it for you and import it into WordPress. So yeah, that's kind of the goal of today. Something that I want to talk about a little bit as well, and I just saw this week. Ahmed Awais, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, or if I butchered it. But he's pretty active in the WordPress community, and he puts out a lot of tutorials and a lot of very useful tools and stuff like that. And just this week he introduced the Create Gutenberg block, which is a toolkit, and it lets you basically start it lets you have a really easy and quick start into developing Gutenberg blocks, which is great. And yeah, so today we're going to try and use that and see how it works, what our impressions are. Well, I think we can get started. Okay, so I'm going to skip through. I already read this blog post, so I kind of know what there is, but let's get right to the interesting part. Okay, I already have Node and npm installed. I can skip all of this. So I need to install Create Gutenberg globally on my system. Oh, that's probably not gonna let me do this, is it? Maybe? Okay, seems to work. Oh, yeah. Masudo. That should let us install. Okay, now while we're waiting for this to install, let's keep reading on what is going on. So first of all, we start by installing the library globally, and then the next thing that we're going to do is call create Gutenberg, which is a new command. So create Gutenberg, and the name of our block. Okay, so that's cool. And obviously we should be in a WordPress directory, which we are. Okay, that's installed. Create Gutenberg, and I guess let's call this TDC Unsplash Gutenberg block. And as you can see, it's going to do a bunch of different things, and it's going to automatically fetch the information that we need and set up everything basically for us, which is very nice. I believe it does use a different setup than what I do. I'm pretty sure that it uses Webpack. The cool thing about it is that, well, it sets up all of the files for you, so that's nice. We'll see this. It gives you a single dependency in your package JSON, which is nice. It is basically just, where was it? Yeah, that's how you start with. So your dependencies is just a single script. which is very nice, because there's a lot of stuff usually that you need to set up. Oh, really? Oh. Well, I hurried a little bit too much and I didn't do it correctly. Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of room for improvement. Okay, that's fine though. We'll move things around once it finishes installing. Okay, sweet. So now let's just move TDC into WP content plugins, and let's go in there and see what we have. Yes, so it should not be called plugin PHP. And this is something I plan on doing with this particular block. I plan on working on it, showing you kind of the approach that I take, and eventually submitting it to the WordPress.org plugins repository. And I know that one of the requirements is that your plugin file, your main plugin file, should have the same slug as your plugin directory. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, and let's see what we have in there. Refresh this. Sweet, source, init PHP. Okay, it gives us some files, registers and queues, scripts and styles. Okay, and wait, it's block type registration related functions. Huh, okay, so it seems like it doesn't use the PHP functions for registering blocks. I guess so. Okay. Import block.js. Okay, interesting. So registers that on the front end. I still feel like we're going to have to register it on the PHP side as well. Well, I guess only if it's a dynamic block. Okay, cool. Anyway, I definitely don't like just block. It's kind of, generic. Unsplash block. How about that? And we'll rename this as well. And let's change this to splash block. Okay. And the next step that they say we should do is to just run npm start. Okay. Sweet. Seems to be working. Okay, I like that. Now let's see if our block, what is it called? Yes, we're going to want to change this. So let's go like this, TC Unsplash block. Okay. Title, we'll just call it Unsplash image. Okay. Not a whole lot of stuff. Okay. We'll deal with this later. Category common, keywords. Let's say Unsplash and image. There we go. And we should see this basically. Okay. Toward the core, go on the back end. What I do want you to take a look at this. And let's go to our test page right here. Oh, this is not a Gutenberg yet. That's fine. Okay. Whoops. Convert to blocks. Yep. Unsplash. Oh, silly me. I probably need to actually activate the plugin, you know. Yeah, it happens. Ooh, new version of Gutenberg. Hold on, we need to see this. Oh, really? That's sad. Okay, well, we'll update that anyway. Wait, what? Why are there two plugins? Interesting. I don't know if I installed that before. Maybe I did. Okay. And let's update Gutenberg real quick. Cool, updated. Now we should actually be able to see the Gutenberg block, the Unsplash block in here. Sweet. Okay, Unsplash. Hello from the backend. Blah blah blah. Yes, cool. Okay, so we're up and running. I guess I kind of took a 0.5 step. That's fine. Let's look up Unsplash. Developers. Register as a developer. Yes, please. Okay, let me sign up real quick here. I might have an account. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. That was long. Okay. New application. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. Cool. So I've signed up, and there's a little bit of stuff to read through, specifically the Unsplash API guidelines. Something similar to a download when the user chooses the image to include in a blog post, which is what we're going to be using. You must send the request to the download endpoint returned under that property. Okay. All API uses, that's fine. Zeros property returned by the API on all photo objects. Okay, that's fine. Okay, sweet. When displaying it, you must attribute Unsplash to Unsplash photographer and have a link back to their profile. Choose UTM parameters and okay. That's going to be interesting. Oof. Okay. Well, here's our first little thing. You can now use the Unsplash name directly in your application name, and you can now use the Unsplash logo as an app icon. Okay, that's fun. That's fine. Is the API to sell on outer Unsplash photos directly or indirectly? That's fine. Replicate the core user experience of Unsplash. Okay. Used for non-automated high-quality and authentic experiences. Yep. You'll use the APIs. Okay. Attribution. Okay. Okay, so basically we have to set up the caption of the image to be pretty much this: photo by offer and then Unsplash. Okay, that's cool. Yep, that's fine. So that's gonna be interesting with multiple photos and galleries. That could pose a problem, and how we're going to implement that, but okay. We'll figure it out. That's fine. Yep, and we have to use the UTM tags on each link. Okay, cool. Replicating. You can now replicate the core user experience of Unsplash. The ghost integration brings Unsplash inside ghost editor. Okay. Interesting. Right, that's fine. Okay, so that's going to be interesting to see. And then here we have the API documentation. And we're going to take a look at libraries and the JavaScript one in particular, because that's what we're going to be writing in. Cool. Okay, what's next? We registered and we're supposed to read up some of their documentation. Okay. Installation. Oh, same thing. Obviously, they're using npm as usual. You need to provide a polyfill. Fetch. Well, I probably won't even bother with a polyfill. That's fine. Object with application ID, secret, and callback URL. Interesting. Photos. From the list of all photos. Okay. 215 latest. Less curated photos. Photo stats. Random photo. But how do we look for... How do we search for photos? Search photos, keyword, page per page. Okay. Cool. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's install the Unsplash API real quick. I wonder if we'll be able to just import it into let's try this. Yeah. What is it watching for changes though? Okay, I guess it just keeps compiling. What if we do this? Okay, it does give us an error. Cool. Okay. Let's find that on npm then. Yep. I'm pretty sure I saw that link in here somewhere. Medium. Maybe not. Weird. Ah, that's where I saw it. Okay. Okay. So actually, the next thing I'm going to do is let users save their information in the customizer so that they can enter their it's going to be fun. WordPress customizer. We're going to let users enter their credentials in the customizer, I think, and that way people can just enter their API credentials instead of us having to have a single API key across everyone that installs this plugin. Okay. Add action, yep, that's what we need. I'm going to have to rename this. What can I rename this to? Let's see, TDC. Not the best at naming things. Let's see. Now, what are Unsplash using? Unsplash licensing. Can be used for free. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, we'll just go with this for right now. And we can always rename again later. Doesn't hurt. Okay. Plugin name. Toward the core. CC0. Gutenberg images. Block that. Directly into your post. Okay. .1. Okay. And another fun thing, at least with the theme, the theme repository requirements are that you need to prefix everything with your theme slug. So this is going to be fun because we're going to have Gutenberg images, a pretty decent length of our naming conventions. Okay, customize register. Sweet. Now let's just quickly register a customizer control. Well, first of all, we're going to need a section, and then we're going to add some settings to that section. Core custom controls, yep, sections, there we go. Okay, so we want to add a section in here. Oh, this is going to get all real quick. Settings, there we go. TDC. Okay, description. We'll skip the description for now. Panel, priority, capability, edit theme options, theme supports. What are theme supports? Okay, it says rarely needed, but what is it? Come on. Yeah, it doesn't really help. Custom logo. No clue. Maybe that's where no idea. Okay, well, I'll just agree with them that it's rarely needed and we're not going to use that. So now that we have our section, we are going to want to add a setting. Which, guess what, we're going to have to... yeah, that's fun. Okay. CC0 Gutenberg images. Not FEMA, we're going to want it as an option so that it saves globally and you don't lose your changes when you switch a theme. Capability, edit theme options, theme supports default, transport. Really doesn't have much to do. That's fine. Yeah, refresh, that's fine. Okay. And I believe custom plugins, CSS. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. So that's how we can do it. That's pretty cool. Okay. Add setting, and then we say options, and then we are going to want API key. Let's see what stuff we have here. App ID and secret, and then callback URL. Okay. Okay, and now we just have to register our controls. Setting ID. So is this going to work is the question. If we just do app ID here, type text 3010 sure section, we need the name of our section, which is this one. Let's change it to options. Yeah, settings is fine. Name this settings as well. Application ID. Enter your application ID here. Placeholder. Not really, no. Okay, let's just override those two. So app ID, secret, and a callback URL. Okay. Secret, and again callback URL. Okay, so let's see if that's going to add stuff to the customizer. Yeah, let's switch to number for now. Okay. Oh, yes. And then customizer. Okay, so we have here application ID. Interesting. 20, 30. Add control, yep. Interesting. Add setting. Add setting. Oh, I changed that, right. That should do the trick. And actually, does WordPress have a password? Input elements with any allowed type. Okay. Type. Cool. Okay, so let's just set these to password and see if that's going to do the trick. I guess for the first two only. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Set those in here. Callback URL is this thing. Publish. Okay. Published. Cool. So let's get back onto those things. Now, I wonder if there's a way for me to directly use the JavaScript file for the API and just require it, import it or something. It's probably going to be Unsplash something down at the bottom. Wow, that's a lot of packages. Come on. That's madness. Hold on, let me see. How many do we have? Okay, yes, I did use that. Torticore. Yeah, okay. Never mind. We have a whole lot of packages as well. So Unsplash somewhere, Unsplash.js, lib. So do we just require Unsplash? Absolutely no idea. Okay. Import. Well. Yep, that's not finding it. Okay. So if we do this source, does this work? Okay, apparently it does work. Now let's see if we're going to see in our compile JavaScript TDC. I'm curious if we'll see the Unsplash API in here. I think so. Source nope, nope, nope. Okay, yeah, there it is. Sweet. Okay, that's pretty cool. So Unsplash will be this. Application ID, secret, callback URL. We'll get to those in a second. Unsplash. Okay, let's do this number, and now let's. So in here, what we're going to do. Well, I guess not here. We're going to want to do it in init PHP. Okay. So we're enqueuing the script, and we also want to localize it. So we're just going to call the op localize script. And we'll use TDC CC0 basically this thing, settings. Application ID, secret, callback URL. Secret, and then finally settings, callback URL. Okay, so let's see if this is going to be available in here. Oops, I broke stuff. too few arguments for the OP walkaway script. Really? What else do we expect? Oh, right. So first we need this one actually. That should do the trick. Okay, and here's our settings. It's available obviously. And I'm going to try and not show you my app ID and secret because obviously you shouldn't do that. I might slip up and accidentally show it, but I can just create another application and Unsplash, so that's fine. Okay, so what happens when we create the instance now? Is it going to work? I surely hope so. Come on, Visual Studio. That's one thing they need to do better. Like, really, they need to do better at that. Okay, let me make sure nothing leaks in here. Yep. Okay, sweet. Cool. So, here's our Unsplash API instance. So that's nice. Now, to actually go back into the agenda, let's see if we can extend the image block. I'm assuming we can, but we're about to find out for sure. I guess we have the source code for, come on. We do have the source code for Gutenberg. So I'm pretty sure that I do. Huh. Okay. Maybe I don't. Blocks. Block. Yeah, maybe I don't have it. Huh. That's weird. Studio code. Yeah, I guess I don't. Okay, let's grab that real quick. No, actually, let's just add it right here. Gutenberg source. Okay, let's fetch. Okay, cool. So here's our Gutenberg source, and let's start looking into what we have in here. Was it a library? Yes, yes it is. So image and block.js, right? Image block extends component. Yep. Pose API data with context. Okay, cool. Blocks image. And library, maybe, perhaps. Blocks library. We have library here. No. Do we have library here? No. Components? No. Huh. Import cursor block type. Oh, I wonder if they're not globally available. Register core blocks. Register block type. Name settings. Okay. Set default block name. Register block type. This is probably image. So name is core image. I can only wonder, they're probably extending something somewhere, aren't they? Let's see, extends. They always extend component. Maybe. Huh. Okay. Extends component, OP element component. So maybe they're not encouraging that behavior yet, or I'm missing something. I guess I could, if I want to hack it. If I want to hack it, I can probably just do edit. Like it exports this stuff, that extends this stuff. Interesting. Yeah, because they're probably not actually registering those anywhere. It's just block.js. What about the compiled source? Gutenberg blocks. Core image. Yeah. Basic controls, recipe card. Okay, well, let's try the ugly hack that might work and see about that, I guess. Yeah. So Unsplash block, which we'll have to change to probably. Yeah, that should work. That should be fine, I'm guessing. So from the OP blocks, we want to get block type as well. Get block type, and we're going to have image block equals get block type core image edit, right? Right. Yeah. I like classes a little better than that. CC base. Okay. The problem with this is it might not actually work. No idea. Let's find out. Actually, let's just copy over this stuff. Still compiling, okay. That's good. Is it going to go a little crazy now is the question. Yeah, cannot read property editor, fine. Really? That probably means that the core components are not registered yet at that point. What if we just say I want this to come in later? Not ideal. Could work though. Could work. Still nothing. DC base. So this right here, okay. So in theory it should actually be registered at this point. Get block type. What about this? Right. Undefined. That is so weird. Huh. So when are they registered then? Blocks.js, index.js. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So register core blocks is being called at some point. When is it being called? Okay, so it's in here. So I guess they don't really let us. Now upload Gutenberg editor, API init, and then do some other stuff. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I guess we might have to just move on from this. Right now we're not going to extend the image block, which is unfortunate. And we'll just have to skip that. Okay, well, however, I do want to guess what we can do in here. Unsplash block will extend. Let's find that in here. TDC base. I like my TDC base, so take this over. So copy this one and let's place it in here. Guess I can call this just JS. Do I need to import in here? I imagine so. This says it's fine, but it's probably not. Props is not defined. Right, because this is actually this props. Alright, cool. Still working. It's nice. Let's delete some of those guys. Remove. Okay. Cool. App ID secret and the callback URL. And I guess I'll have to do this again. Oh. Yes, it does show it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, back to this. Okay, now here we're gonna have a fun experiment how to create a higher order component. I've never done this before, so that definitely has to be fun, right? API. Actually, where do we? Okay, let's find with API data. Where do we actually export with API data? Import. No. Export defaults with API data. Okay. From header with API data. Okay. That would make sense, I guess. Yes. Cool. Okay. Disrupt component. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the basis of this is essentially, 1 second. API header component, extends component, Okay. How's that being used? Map props data, props, this route. Okay. Yes, 6. Now, if anyone can tell me what what in the world is going on here with this with this mapping, that would be fun. Because I am not sure. My props to data. I'm missing something for sure. Because we're using this as a function later on, so that means okay. High order. Wait, what? Right. From higher order, okay. That's with API data. From what API data, which loads index.js. So is that just what it's called? Okay, it's a parameter, but where does it come from? So the way that I'll get my thoughts together, just a second. So call with API data function okay, right, because we are calling, because with API data gets a function that then returns the dynamic props that we need, and with API data itself is also kind of like a function, and then gets initialized as a class by calling. Okay. Oh, yep, kind of getting it. let's just extend our custom component, because why not? Auto can we at this point? Yep, should be fine. I'm guessing we might want to move things around in the blocks. Okay, we already have it there, that's fine. Okay. Wrap component. Okay, so in theory, is this going to work with Unsplash API? Perhaps, perhaps not. Let's see. Unsplash block. So here, Unsplash block will be called this. So this can be function or just straight up parameters, I'm guessing. And really, this can probably be simplified, maybe? I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Let's just mimic stuff for right now, and then as it starts making more sense, we'll actually try and make more sense out of it. Yeah, it's not defined. Okay. Do I have to import it? No. Okay, let's see what our sources look like. Oh, they're terrible because we are compiling. Right. Okay. So what about TDC component? Yep. Wait, so is it? Okay. That's cool. Wait, no. How do I keep losing this? No. Perhaps. And this one is hopeful to actually know a little bit more about ES6 and all of that stuff, so that you don't spend a lot of time doing nothing. Am I even... I'm including this, right? Pretty sure. Unsplash API header component, right? Unsplash block, unsplash block. Okay. And maybe I just need to import it. Let's see. Like so, maybe. Object is not a function. Right. So what is with Unsplash API? That's not defined. Really? Export default. It's not defined. How is it not defined though? Yeah, which is exactly where it is. Nope. Okay. Oh. Okay. That probably has something to do with what I'm missing here. Still can't find it. What? Unsplash API. Okay. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should work just fine. Export default. It's acting as if it can't find this, but I should find it because in blocks.js we are importing that into the bundle. This is the file that Webpack is compiling. Yes. Unsplash API hardware component. Or default. As with API data from default, like that. Wait, why is that Unsplash block? This should be like that actually. That doesn't matter though. Let's take a look in here and see if our file can be found anywhere. Unsplash API. Source, yep. I mean, am I not giving it the full path? Maybe like that? No. Huh. Exports provided default, exports used default. Okay. And then we have the Unsplash block, which is trying to import Webpack require, yep. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, so it should be fine. What do we have here in the console? Okay, so it is here. So why is that complaining then? Get rubber display. Oh, okay, it's displaying about other stuff. Okay, silly me, that's fine. So now it's complaining that it's not able to find this thing, and this thing comes from WordPress element. Okay, so and here we want to import element. Oops. Wait, how do we do it here? Yeah, constant equals, okay, yep. Equals the OP element, okay. Is it going to complain still? Yes, it is. Cannot read property data props of no. This props the state data props. Okay, yeah, right. Well, we don't care about. We don't have our state yet, so that's fine. We'll just do this essentially. Okay, sweet. So we are getting with Unsplash API. That's good. Okay, so now, hey, I turned you off. Looking to extend the image block. This one we said we can do right now. API integration as a hardware component, and then we're going to create a UI for the Unsplash API integration. Okay. So how about we look into Unsplash cache. Okay, and so here we're going to want to have like fetch images, for example, which will have like a search query. Let's see what else does it support. Search dot photos keyword page per page. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So keyword page per page. Okay. And so Unsplash search photos. Keyword page per page. Then to JSON. Import Unsplash and to JSON. Okay. Okay. So right now we're just going to run a query just to see how it works, kind of. And so constructor props. They were doing things context. Context types. Type taxonomy. Okay. Actually, I don't even think we'll store anything in the state here. But probably we should. That's fine. Well, okay, so this state, let's do just images as an empty array or just false, okay? And then when the component mounts, we're going to run this fetch images nature, for example, page 1 per page, let's do 10, that's fine. Okay, and oh, auto for caching, I could use, nah, that's fine, okay. Get query key. So method and then arguments. I guess we could just use JSON encode, not the best way, JSON stringify that is. Yeah, sure. Call API. And are all of them Unsplash stats, search collection, search users, search photos, collections. Well, let's say what method and parameters, which can be one or more. Okay. Params. This get query key. Oops. Okay, so and I always forget what to apply an arguments provided as an array, right? Yes. Okay. Apply no and our params. Okay. Then to JSON, then this is going to happen. Okay. So I guess what we could do is now set a state that we're loading information, or actually call API fetch images, keyword page. Okay. And then go back. Okay, so this call API. We're going to call search photos, and then our parameters, and we're going to give it the callback. Okay. I'm not sure if we're even going to need this callback, but we'll see. Basically. And then set state images. Let's just say that it's gonna be the JSON. Okay, if it's undefined. So I want to set the state, and we also want to cache our result. Otherwise, let's set our state here as well. And let's also call our callback, prems callback, apply, no. I guess in this case, call is better. And the same here. And now the question is, are we going to get a request out or not? Let's check out the network tab. Can go and find. Oh, yes. Okay. Nope. Yes, photos. I probably actually have to authenticate first, don't I? Quite possibly. User authentication, query code, yeah. Search users, search photos, right. Okay, so yeah, we need to authenticate first. And is our bearer token going to be JSON access token? Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated. That's fine. I guess we have to do our custom settings page for a plugin. I think that's probably gonna be easier than doing it all from the customizer. Probably. Okay. This kind of seems to work, so that's nice. Fetch images. Function. Result. Okay, so we'll log the result here, and we'll deal with this later. But right now, we do want to have a settings page. Super simple one, but we do want one. Add settings page. I don't really want a top level one though. Options pages. This article is in transition to meet settings API, which was introduced in version 2.7. Wow. Okay. Cool story. Oh wow. Okay, anyway, we do want to settings API net callback function, put in the section. Yes, that's what I don't like about the settings API. It kind of sucks, to be honest. Okay, let's get out of here. I guess we could just kind of put it in settings general. Media, settings media, probably. Okay. How do we attach that there? Page. Yeah, okay. That's settings section. ID. Settings title. Not the best at naming things. That's fine. Images under settings section, and we want this to be added to the media. Go back, should echo its output, which is just really a paragraph. Hello world. Let's just do this for right now, and then we're going to want to add our settings fields, which these do get. I'm pretty sure they get the parameters. page section args to the callback function. Yeah, okay. ID. Okay. Title of the field, app ID. Then go back, images under settings text. Okay. Page. Media, I guess. And then section, this is our section, and finally just an array of parameters. So, and how do we do an array of settings then? Settings fields. Where's their setting? See if that's going to do the trick. Array tab password. Okay. What about B? Do we get anything in B? Probably not. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Okay, and how do they do the name in here? Name, setting name. To the rescue. Now attribute values must use right. Okay, cool. Pretty cool. So name in this case is app ID. And we're just going to do this. Type, whatever type is. Okay. Args type, and our value is going to be empty for right now, but our name is going to be essentially this, followed by args name. Okay, and let's see if that's going to do the trick for us. No, that's fine. Yep, don't care about this one anymore. Is it a password? Yes, it is a password field. And now just the value. So escape attribute args name, and that should get, hey, come on now. If a variable a okay, good option, yep. Escape attribute settings args name. Okay, so it is here. Do we have settings name? True, so we do have it. It shouldn't be empty, right? Hold on, customize. Yeah, it's not empty. Okay, so why is it empty? That value, escape attribute settings args name. Oh, yep, dab attributes, I hate that. There we go. Okay, that's better, much better. White fat, let's get a bigger field in there. It's kind of huge, but I'm fine, that's fine, it's perfectly fine. Okay, and let's try and save a different value for this. Is it going to save? No, is the answer. Do I need to Add settings field. Do I need to define this like that? Maybe. Let's see. No. The options page, add options page, settings fields. Do settings section, yeah. Register setting. Add settings field. Name value. Option name. Okay, I'm guessing that I'm missing something still though. Yeah. Add settings field. No, this was like that. Or callback. Where I want it to show up, the section I want it to show up, and then some custom arguments. We don't even have a sanitize scope. Well, settings section, settings field. Okay. What am I missing here? So we're adding the settings field, adding the settings section. It's part of the setting. Yep. So let's set it. Let's clean out the value real quick. Name, Gutenberg images settings, app ID. Actually, let's go to customizer real quick. Change these to nonsense things. Save changes. Not saving anything. Come on now. Input type, password, name. As I said, oh, do we have to register the main setting then? if that's the case. Nope, we only have two of those. Create this markup, and they're not the ones that we care about. Start setting. Wait. Add settings fields. That's probably it. Or not. So our option name should be this. Our option group is technically this too. Let's see. This register setting args array. Right, okay. And just an array of settings. Okay, let's see. It's going to explode still. Save changes. Okay. Let's keep following the example then. And just have a validation thing return out. Validate settings. And we accept values. What if we accept all values automatically? Will that work? It's not even getting cold. How in the world? Validate settings, images settings group, option name, use this key in the database, use for settings fields. And we do have, yeah, so here's our group. And then the key in the database. I'm still missing something. ID title callback. ID title callback, yes. The page we wanted to show up. Right, media. And then the particular section. Yes. And then one or more arguments. We already have all that. Page section ID equals this. I just don't get it. That's so embarrassing. Yep, that's kind of what happens when someone doesn't really use these APIs much. Oh, advanced custom fields has spoiled me way too much. Okay. Right. There's their setting. Then add settings section, which we have right here. And then the settings field, which we also have. That makes no sense. Guessing this will not have anything to do with it, right? Right? Yep, okay. Add internet. Okay, setting. Settings, okay. That is pretty much what we're doing already, okay. Settings for delete and sanitize. Okay. I'm just curious at this point, what in the world? My plugin options. Okay. That just feels dumb. Have I swapped? Section 1, section 2, yes. My plugin, section 1, section 2. Yes, which is media, and then my settings. Let's try and rename stuff a little bit, I guess, and see if that makes any difference. Probably not. Yep, does not make any difference whatsoever. Images settings. Status correct. That seriously makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Well, I guess we could have our own. I guess we're going to have our own settings page. A little silly, but it will do. If I can only find where the thing was. Add options page. Right, because I'm not using that at all. Okay. CCC0, Gutenberg, images. Register, options page. CC0. Whatever. Manage options. So this my plugin should in fact be this, right? Wait, no, nope. My options page. Okay. option name. Yeah, we want the option name to be this. Get option, yeah. Field one. Okay, so these are here. Field one callback. Section one. Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay, now is it going to update properly? Yes, it is. Okay, I have no idea what I was doing wrong. No clue. Like, seriously. What? Okay, well, that was really bad. We didn't get much done, pretty much. We got some stuff. Okay, so I think I'll stop here because I need to get some sleep. But essentially what we are going to have to do next time is still connect to the API and get the bearer token as it's explained right here up at the top. So the user or the site admin will have to go to our settings page, click on a specific link, get authentication URL. So they'll have to click on this link, and when they do that, they will be taken to Unsplash, log into their account, then they'll come back to the site with a given code, and from there we can take the code and get ourselves a bearer token. When we have the bearer token, we'll be able to actually save that into WordPress again in the database, and from there on we'll be able to actually query the Unsplash API and obtain stuff from it. Okay, well, here's to having a more productive stream next time and not being stuck doing this for like half an hour. Ideally. Yeah, I think that concludes it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I haven't wasted too much of your time. And the next stream is going to be again on next Thursday, which is gonna be in February. So the first of Thursday, I mean the first of yes, you know what I mean. The 1st of February, which is next Thursday at 10 p.m. Bulgarian time or noon PST, I'm pretty sure, is when the next stream will be. Again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye.